This video is part of the Lay the Draw video study, a statistical analysis of over 100 football matches to find out if the Lay the Draw strategy actually works, and if so, what betting conditions need to be present to guarantee a profit. The results of this study can be found exclusively at www.mikesbettingtips.com. Okay, we've got 5 games today, which is nice. Looking at the 0-0s first of all, so these games are due to kick off in about 5 or 10 minutes. So we've got Liverpool under 21 and Crystal Palace under 21. The correct score of 0-0. You can see you could get 21 here. So a nice high figure, which is what we like to see. We've got this game here. I'll come in a minute to whereabouts these games are in the world. But 0-0s first. So 0-0 on this one is 7.2. You can see it goes up to 15, but we're right down at 7.2 if we were going to back this outcome. So not so good on that one. The Hapoel Tikva is at 12, just here. This Tel Aviv game is at 8, and the last one is this Al Gharafa game, which is at 11.5. So let's have a look at where these games are. Well, first let's just check the match odds. Sorry, let's check the match odds first. Okay, in this Al Gharafa game, the odds for the draw to get in at the moment. Might be able to get a bit lower, but generally, just for the sake of these examples, it's 3.9. And quite a favourite there. Gharafa are the favourite, as you can see, with Saïa that's about 4.6, 4.8. So a good favourite there. This Rana game, we're going to lay at 4.3. And again, we've got a strong favourite in this game with Hapoel Rana. Trading about 163. This game here, again we've got another strong favourite, about 1.7 here, and this team at about 6. And the draws at 395.4. I'm going to back 410, but we're not really going to get that with the liquidity there. I'm going to pop down at 4. This Tel Aviv game, a bit more even on the odds for both teams. This is about 2.44, slight favourites over this Tel Aviv team here. And the draw is at 335, 3.5, going at 3.5. Done that one. And the Liverpool game. Not much money in this game actually at all, but we'll do it anyway just to see. We've got again strong favourites here. In fact, there's not really enough liquidity in this at all, so we're not going to do this game. I'm not going to do this game. Actually, what the hell? Let's do it anyway. Let's get in here and. There's not much liquidity, but again, just it helps us to keep an eye on the prices, see what happens if there's a goal gone in. So obviously Liverpool under 21's hot favourites on that one. So let's have a look at where these games are in the world. Okay, what are these goals? First of all, the Liverpool under 21 game is an England under 21 Premier League game. These 3 here are all Israel League. Whatever word that is, I presume this is just Division 2 then, going by the D2. That's 3 games there, and the last game is a Qatar Stars League, the equivalent, I presume, of Division 1. So these games are going to be kicking off in about 5 minutes. So we've got the info we need. We'll come back as soon as there's a goal with regular price checks. Just doing a price check. After 12 minutes on the Al Gharafa game, The draw is about between 345 and 365, and we started at 3.9 on that one. So going quite quickly there. This game here, Hapoel Rana, let's have a look at that. That's 11 minutes in and hasn't really changed at all. If anything, is that going up? Let's have a look, see if we can spot a price trade. So it's interesting that I've noticed on a couple of games, not many, but there are a few. Don't know what the reason is for it yet. The price of the draw just goes up a little bit at the start of the game, so not quite sure what that is. Can't see any trading going on, so we come back to this. But as you can see, the price certainly hasn't really changed in the first 12 minutes. This game here, Hapoel Petah Tikva. Let's have a look at that one. Oh, that is this one. Beg your pardon. Got that wrong, didn't I? This one is this game. Here we are, Hapoel Petah Tikva. This is this game. This is 10 minutes gone. So after 10 minutes in this game, there's not much going on. The Hapoel Rana is the one that I thought I was looking at, but let's have a look at that now then.
This event has been suspended.
And that's down to about 3.8. I'm a little bit sleepy today. I hope I've done this right. I think the first one that I just checked, hopefully that was Algorapha, but I'll just go and check that in case. Yeah, I think it was, wasn't it? So Algorapha between 3.5, 3.65. Rana down to about 3.85. Again, there was a trade there at 4.4, so not going particularly fast, but the last game at 12 minutes is this Tel Aviv Ramla game. No movement there yet. That's just gone down like one tick, if anything. Justin suspended, so possibly a goal. Let's have a look and see what happens. We're 12 minutes into this game. Yeah, we've got a goal by this team, which is this one in this column. I can't see it because it's behind this window. So these are the favourites. So the favourites have just scored a goal. So we'll see where the market comes back in. So it hadn't really changed much anyway. A bit early to see. I'll come back in about 5 seconds. Well, the price didn't quite see that, but it was a maximum 5.4, and it come down to 4.1. So it's between these two points here, because actually another goal just gone in. It just caught me just before I pressed the recording button. But as you can see, Tel Aviv after 14 minutes have just equalised. So we didn't really get a good chance to see what would have happened when the favourites scored. But I'm not sure this is still suspended or not. No, it's in play again. Let's just go down. I imagine that the price has come back to more or less where it was when we started. Again, I'm going to come back in a couple of minutes, just when the market kind of finds itself again. It's a bit slow, this one, so there's not much liquidity. I've chosen some bad examples today, but can't be helped. I want anything's better than nothing as far as I'm concerned, because I'm doing this as many games as possible, so you can make your own mind up as to you know, how relevant you see these games that aren't quite so liquid as the other ones. But you know, you're welcome to watch them anyway, and for my own research I want to know. So you can see in this game, which is the 1-1 game, 15 minutes gone, we're still between 365 and 3.3. So really, to get an idea, we have to wait till another goal goes in, and that will give us an idea of how much the price would have gone up. So it kind of jumped up here somewhere, but didn't really have a chance to. The market didn't really have a chance to form before the equaliser went in. So we're just going to go back to the Liverpool game. See where the odds are for this. in at 6.2, down to about, well, 5.3, still up to 6, somewhere between here. So again, there's not much liquidity in this game either. That's a 12 minutes gone. So just a price check after 21 minutes. Algarafa game, we're down from 3.9 to about 3.55, 3.6. And the Rana game, a bit more movement in this one. You see this is still 0-0 as well after 20 minutes. We're down from 4.3 to about 3.55. You can see there between 3.55 and 4.1. That's just been suspended though, so possibly a goal as I'm talking. Let's stick with it, see what happens. Yeah, we've got a goal. In fact, it looks like we've got yeah, just the one goal. So this team, Kfar Saba, scored. Now, if you look at the chart here, these are the underdogs. Because Rana were trading at between 165 and upwards. Couldn't quite see it there, but again, rewind this video and you'll be able to see that quite happily. So the underdogs have scored here. So be interesting again to see where the market comes back in. Let's give it a few minutes. We're back in play, but it takes a while for people to start laying their money again. Interestingly enough, it's come down. So you see here, actually it hasn't really moved, has it? Because it had come down anyway a little bit, so that goal hasn't made a great deal of difference. But if anything, it has come down a few ticks either way, between 335 and 365. So definitely laying the draw in this game would not have worked. Again, unless initially, unless you hold out for something happening later on in the game, which is not the lay the draw strategy. The lay the draw strategy is to clean up basically and close your trade after the first goal goes in. So we can deduce that the strategy itself doesn't work in this particular, or didn't work in this particular case. We're going to go to this game here, this Petah Tikva game. See what the price is on that one.
This event has been suspended.
Got in at 4, down to 3.55 to 3.7. That's after 22 minutes. The Tel Aviv game.
This event has been suspended.
Again, because it's 1-1, we can treat this more or less as if it's the same. It's 1-1 quite early on as well, wasn't it? So this is probably, we could guess that it'd be about the same odds as what it would be if it was still 0-0. So down from 3.5 to about 3.2ish. The last one is the Liverpool game,
This event has been suspended.
which is 20 minutes in now, and again not much liquidity here, but down from 6.2 to 5.5. So we'll come back in a few minutes. Just doing another price check then. 31 minutes gone. Let's go back to the Algarafa, sorry. You see also I've put down this chart here. This is really for my own information, just to help me see things if I'm away from the computer. But I'm not sure it's going to be that useful to what I want to do, but you can ignore this really. Hopefully it's not impeding on what you can see behind if you're looking at trends in these prices, which you might be doing. But anyway, 0-0 in this game after 32 minutes, so let's have a look. So we're down to about 3.35. Still no goals then. Let's go to the Rana game. This is the one where the underdog got the goal, and you can see the price has dropped to 345, 355. So probably it's still about the same as what it would have been if it was 0-0. That's the Rana game. Tel Aviv, and we're down to, where did we start? Started at 3.5 down to between 288 and 315. Between here. I think we want this game here, don't we? The Tikva game now.
This event has been suspended.
Similar story here. I started at 4. It's gone down quite a lot, this one actually. Down to 3.1, 3.5. That's after half an hour. And the last game is the Liverpool game. I can pronounce that one. 27 minutes gone. Down from 6.2 to about 4.8. So we come back near half time. Well, we just had a goal after 35 minutes in the Al Gharafa game. So let's switch to that.
This event has been suspended.
Let's have a look who scored that one. Al Gharafa scored. Can't remember in this game whether they were the favourites or not. They were, yeah, they were the favourites. They were around 1.8ish, weren't they? And this team here, Al Saia, as you can see, we're about 4.5. That's where most of the trading was going on. So Gharafa were the favourites. So let's see what's happened to the price. The price had gone down to around here somewhere by the looks of things. 3.25, somewhere around here. So with the favourite scoring, that's gone up to about 5.3, 5.7. So in this case, the lay the draw strategy did work, or would have worked. So that's good news. So that was after 36 minutes. So okay, we'll come back with any more exciting action. Just had news of another suspension, so it may be a goal. So we'll have a look. Just waiting for something to happen. You can see the price had gone to about 5.7, 5.8 before it got suspended. So just waiting to be told it's either a goal or just maybe someone's been sent off or something. Sometimes that happens. They seem to suspend the market for other reasons apart from it being a goal. You know, maybe someone's got injured or lying on the field injured and needs medical treatment or something, or something along those lines. You know, you never know, but does seem to be other reasons why the market just gets suspended sometimes. I'm going to just stop the recording momentarily because this could be going on for a while. Oh, hang on, it's this game has got has had a goal. Let's just go to this game, this this Ramla game. Remembering that this is on 5.7. So this has just had a goal. It's now 2-1 to Hapoel Jerusalem. We're back in play, I think. Yeah, we're back in play, and the market is between 5.3 and 4.3. So one goal ahead, and that's the kind of price we got to. We got originally where we were in at 3.5, so we could argue that the lay the draw has worked on this occasion, but I'm a bit rushed at the moment, so I'm trying to go back to the other game. So okay, okay, it's 2-0 to Gharafa now. They were the favourites, so now that they've got the second goal, the price has gone way out to around 20 or so. So just interesting to note. Again, this is gone beyond the scope of the strategy that we're interested in, but it's interesting that once the favourite goes 2-0 up, then the odds go right out. So you could argue that you could wait for a second goal if the favourite scored first and you thought there was a second goal coming. You could argue it is kind of gambling more or less, isn't it? But that's up to you. That's your opinion on risk, etc. But certainly the price does go way out if the favourite goes 2-0 up. That's even in the first half. So okay, we'll come back. Just check the Liverpool game while we're here, and this Tikva game. Hold on. Actually, the Rana game first. This is 42 minutes in, and the price is between 3.6 and 3.25, down from 4.3.
This event has been suspended.
Yes, it's going to 40 minutes on this one, and the price down from 4 to about 2.8 or something around here, 2.84, 2.82. And the last one is the Liverpool game I wanted to have a look at.
This event has been suspended.
Not much liquidity in this one at all, but we're down to about 4.2 after 38 minutes. That's down from 6.2. So again, I'll come back to all these at half time. I just had a go after 42 minutes in the Liverpool game. This is the one we were on here, and you can see the price had come down to about 3.8 by the looks of it. I might want to check just by rewinding, but we're back in play, and they were the favourites. Liverpool were the favourites, so we'll see what that's come up to. Hasn't come back in yet, so not much liquidity in this market really. Not as much as I'd like, but again, everything helps as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to come back, I think, when some money's come in, because there's not. Well, you can see it's just gone above 6.6, 6.8. We got in at 6.2 at the beginning of the game, so it has gone up above our entry point. There's quite a gap here between 13 and 7.4. So we could have made some money, but again, one thing I'm just thinking, because the market's not liquid enough, we couldn't really go much more than, well, we went in for 10. Actually, ignore that because we're in practice mode anyway, so that's not the point of this. The point of this is to see the price changes. So let's just do a final check at half time in all these games. Half time in the Ramla game, and this is the 2-1 to this team here, and the draw is about between 4.5 and 4.8. That's at half time, as you can see. The tick for game, which is more or less half time, the draw has come down to about 2.64, 2.78. So we're down to, we've lost half our stake already. 515, 504, a stake of 10, total liability of 30. But we have already lost half our stake, and we got in at 4. That's that one. The Rana game, which is 1-0 to, I think they were the underdogs, weren't they? This Saba team. That's at between 3.05 and 3.35. And the Garafa game, that's way out, isn't it? That's right up here, a long way out. That's because the favourites have got a 2-0 advantage. Okay, we'll come back at the about 60 minutes in. 47 minutes gone, just after half time, and Jerusalem have got a third goal, sorry, so they've now got 2-goal advantage. So let's quickly pop to that game. So you see the draw has gone right out to 13.5 by the looks of it. So 2-goal advantage, and the draw is way out. Just another go after 48 minutes. Liverpool just gone 2-0 up. Let's check that game. Same kind of thing here. The draw's gone right out to 29.30. So when the favourite goes 2-0 up, it's more or less game over for the draw. Works out quite nicely. But the thing we've got to bear in mind is that we're getting near to a point, certainly in this game, this Tikva game, where we have to consider what point we're going to come out. Just a thought. I've not made any decisions on this yet at all, because obviously this is still a big study, but at some point we've got to consider cutting our losses on these, and at this game we've already lost £4.29, half the stake. So that had to be balanced against possible winnings in the other games. And this is, of course, what I'm going to be looking at in total when I study these games at the end of this big study. I've just had a go. I was a couple of minutes late on this one, just doing some cooking. So this Rana game, I think they were the underdogs, weren't they? This Saba team at the beginning. They've gone 2-0 up, and you can see the draw was up to about between 7 and 8. I think. Apologies if I got that a bit late, but certainly at 2-0 up, the draw is between 10 and 7.2. But I got that a tiny little bit late. Just for a price update then, this Rana game has just been suspended actually, so a goal has probably just happened in this game. You can see the draw at the moment, because it's 2-0 to this team, the draw is about 9. So I'd be interested, it's back in play, maybe there wasn't a goal, possibly they were suspended for some other reason, but I'll come back to that. Anyway, the Liverpool, I want to go back to this Tikva game first of all. That's the one I'm really interested in. Because it is still, sorry, that's not that one, is it? It's this one. You can see at this point it's still 0-0, and the price has fallen to about 2.16. We're now £8.50 loss out of a £10 stake. So this is something to bear in mind. It's gone up to 2.3 there. It was flashing trading at 2.3. But even so, between 2.16 and 2.3 on this 0-0 after 62 minutes of the game. On the others, there's been quite a lot of goals, isn't there? So the Liverpool one, I think, is way up because they're the favourites. Not going to bother with that. The Ramla, same kind of idea. That went way out, didn't it? And then, in fact, they're all way out, aren't they? Let's just check the Rana one. Yeah, that's way out as well. So the only one we're interested in is this one, really, to see what happens and just to contemplate, if this was a real situation, at what point you want to get out of this trade and take a loss. Okay, we've just got a goal actually on 69 minutes in this game that was 0-0. So that's good news. So let's have a look and see what's happened. The price had gone down. You can see from the little graph here, it gone down to about 187. Ignore this little bit. I think that's a kind of a glitch. What happens when they just suspend the market when there's a goal? But it was about 187 to 2. You can see here it was about 2. There was nothing below that. We're back in play. Let's see where the draw's gone up to then. Remember, we got in at about 4. It's gone way up, way up, way up, above 6. One thing you might be noticing or wondering is whether there's enough liquidity to actually cash out with this high price. The thing to remember is that if, for example, we get in at 4 to lay, the price, in order to cash out and to green up across the board here, as it goes up, it's going to be a lesser figure. So in other words, if we lay at 10, that doesn't mean that we need to find 10 to back if the price goes way out to 7. I've yet to work out how to work that out, but generally speaking, as this goes up, the higher the lower price you need to back at. So for example, if I was to back out here at 4.29 at 7, the stake I'd need would probably be about 4 or something. So just something to bear in mind in case you're thinking, well, do we still need to put a £10 stake up here in order to cash out? The answer is no. As you can see, the price has gone up to between 6 and 7. So certainly it has worked, but would we have got out before this? This is the question, because we're now about 70 minutes into the game. The price has fallen to about 1.8. It was about 2, wasn't it? If this was a real game, we possibly would have considered getting out before that and taking a loss rather than waiting for that goal, which obviously we didn't know was going to happen. So just something to bear in mind there. But I'm just going to just out of interest, let's see if we were going to back to get out of this. Let's try and get for 7.4 to green up. See what happens with that. And okay, it has greened up. It hasn't shown us the figure. We'd need to let me just have a look. Hold on. Let's go to the single ladder for the draw, and you can see it was a £5.41 stake. So that's the actual liquidity needed is only half of what it was at 4 in order to get out. Okay, I hope that's been a useful video. It's certainly been useful for me. I've got a lot of information out of this, and see you in the next video.